This video sponsored by Meeple Movers. No minimum order, no subscriptions. Free shipping on every item, every day. At meeplemovers.com.
Hello and welcome to Brian's Got Game. I'm Brian. Today I've got an expansion called Clank, the Mummy's Curse. This, of course, is an expansion for Clank, a deck-building adventure, a game for 2 to 4 adventurers by Paul Denon and published by Renegade Game Studios. In this expansion, players are headed to ancient Egypt to look for treasures that are buried under the Sphinx, as well as one of the Great Pyramids. You must still take care and not make too much noise because the dragon is nearby. You can hear all that clanking. This expansion introduces a mummy who is very protective of his treasure, as well as curse tokens and a stack of new Egyptian-themed cards. So let's check it out, and I'll show you all the new components, how the mummy works, and how to defeat the Whisker Sphinx in Clank, the Mummy's Curse. To set up, place the board in the center of the table. This is one side of the board. This is the pyramid side. As you can see, there's a giant pyramid. So let's flip it over, and we're going to play on the Sphinx side. So this is a really cool double-sided board. So this is the Sphinx side. There's a giant Sphinx. So there was a number of new pieces in here. So I'm going to start off with the market. So instead of on the original board, there was a big market space, or a couple of market spaces. We have now the market spaces here, 1, 2, 3 on this side of the board, and there is a market here. So this makes it so you don't. It kind of makes more sense. When you're on the market space, it has a specific spot where you can buy from the market. So let's put that there. So in this market, you have the normal things. You have the crown, 10, 9, 8. You have the backpacks like normal, and you have your keys. But what's new is now you have these onks. So they give you 7 points and they heal you. So these are very good. There. Okay. So onks, 7 points, they heal you. And then the second thing that's new is the mummy. So this piece is really cool. He's made of wood, and he starts on the chair. Alright, so next we have the goblin from the last game. You should be familiar with him. And now we have a mummy card. So what the mummy card is that it... Oh, move all these up. So what the mummy card is that it shows you what you do with the mummy. So when he moves into your spot, everybody there takes a curse. So it's grouped into 4 sections. The Sphinx is one section, everything above that line, and then these are cut into thirds. So along this line, you're in this one, that line, and that line, you're in that one, and then of course that one. So that's the line. You can only fight him, hit him on this card when you're in the zone that he is. So the first one is that for 2 hits, you can gain 4 coins and take a curse, which I'll get to that. Curses are bad, they're negative 2 points. And then the other one is you can hit him for 3 and you remove half of your curses rounded up. So he can be very helpful if you fight him. So next we have the 4-sided die. I'm just going to set this up aside, but there are some new cards and there are some items that are going to go around. I'm going to show those to you next. But you're going to roll it and it tells you where to move them. So it's a 4-sided die. Roll the snake, you go there, and then the snake again, and he stays. So that's the die. I'm going to put that right there. And also, when you hit the mummy, he moves, so you roll the die. So I hit him, so I roll, and he moves the stick. Alright, so now I'm going to bring in the curses. We've got these pieces here, so they're just little spirals. They're on the board. If you pass through space with the spirals, then you gain that many curses. So 1, 2, and they're negative 2 points at the end of the game. So then you set up the treasures like normal. You're going to put all the normal treasures. Coincidentally, there was also an onk already in here. So you're going to set that up like normal. Now there's also the Supreme Monkey Idol. So it's worth 10 points and it's way over here in the corner, far away from the other monkey idols, which I'll put in there next. Monkeys. These are from the base game. In there. We have the 20-point tokens for getting out. I'm going to put them over here at the top. Where you get out. Then we're going to take the dragon, so let's play a 3-player game. So there's 3 players, there's this new dragon, so he's green, his mouth is bigger. That's basically the main differences. Here's the original one. So these are the 2 dragons. Alright, so those are the new dragon. That's the new dragon. We're going to be using the new one in this tutorial. So there are 2 more major secrets. So we've got this one with 5 coins, and there's a roll a die token on it. So you're going to get 5 coins, and then you roll the die and move the mummy. This one is 7-point chalice. from the original game, but also when you get it, you roll the die and move the mummy. So we're going to shuffle those in here, kind of just mix it up. Don't know where it is. And then we're going to fill in all the major secrets. So now you have 3 left and the remainder go in the box. So there we go. There are also 2 minor secrets. They're the same. Basically, it's a beetle that says roll the die on it. So it's a scarab. So once you get it, you roll the die, and then it's both 3 points. It's kind of like the egg, only it doesn't move the dragon up, it moves the mummy around. So I'm going to shuffle those into here with the original secrets. And then you put 2 on each minor secret. You're going to have 2 left. You can return those to the box. So there are also a whole bunch of new cards that you can buy during the game. Since this is a deck builder, of course there's new cards to play with. So we've got a whole bunch of these cards. We got some new gems, we got some new enemies, all kinds of stuff, and then cards that make you roll the die. And then there's a rival giving you Clank, there's attacks. Just like in the normal game, all these extra things, only these are Egyptian themed now. So just like the other expansion, they have a little, kind of like a watermark at the bottom of the card, so when they're shuffled in, you can still separate them. So I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's a little pyramid at the bottom of each of them. There. So this is Whisker Sphinx. This is a enemy, and when it comes out, you roll the pyramid die, and when you defeat it, you draw 2 cards, and you remove a curse. So this is a good card. I've noticed in all the games, there should be a cat card. And then you've got some new gems, do more points, and give you curses. There's some companions, and then just all new cards that really help the game. And then they're all, like I said, Egyptian themed. You got your crocodilian, mummy hunters, and so on. So you're going to shuffle those into the normal deck, and then lay them out and play just like normal. And you're also going to use the exact same Clank bag to put all the tokens in. So in the rules, there was a new rule clarification, so it has it on the back, and it says that not just for the Mummy's Curse expansion, you can also, this is a rule clarification for the original Clank, that now, in the original rules, it said that if you take your guy and you move it into a space with the artifact, you have to take it. You move into space, just like all these others, you take it. Rule clarification is now you can take it when you're leaving a room, so it makes it less like it. You can make it pull cubes less often, or not as many cubes, and it gives you the option to move in and not take it, move over there and pick up a different one that's maybe lower, because you don't want to accidentally move in here and pick up the ring and you're like, oh, now I have the 5-pointer. So that's how you set up with Clank the Mummy's Curse. The rest of the gameplay is exactly the same. The only big difference is the curses, which play a big role. I lost the game because of those. And then your new cards and the mummy moving around, giving you curses. So that's how to play Clank, the Mummy's Curse. Okay, got my dad here for appearance opinion. So Dad, what do you think of Clank, the Mummy's Curse?
I thought Clank, a Mummy's Curse was a very good expansion to a very good game.
Yeah, so we played Clank a lot, and then we played with the other expansion, some treasures, and then we played with Clank the Mummy's Curse.
Mm-hmm.
And
which one's your favorite?
I don't know. I don't really know which one's my favorite.
Yeah, they're very different in their expansions, and they just announced the third one. You're about dwarves, jewels and silk or something like that. Your dwarves going down and getting items. But
cool.
Anyways, back to the Mummy's Curse.
Yeah, I don't know which one's my favorite.
I think I like Sunken Treasures, actually. It's kind of cool. Making all the noise, going in the water. There's the new scuba thing.
Oh, yeah. I didn't play Sunken Treasures as much as I played The Mummy's Curse. So components. It's really cool. It comes with the new dragon. I actually personally like the original dragon better than the new dragon. Some of you guys might not agree with me. You can vote in the comment section below.
It's the one piece that sits there and moves. I mean, it doesn't serve a whole lot of purpose. So if you don't like the green one with the teeth, you can use the original one that came with the game.
All right. So artwork. The artwork is the same quality as Clank, meaning very good. Each and every card has its very own artwork on it, and it's very well done.
Yep. Yeah, they did a really good job with the art, especially adding in all of the elements of the Egyptian themes. There's different, the crocodile guy. I forget what his name is.
Crocodile.
Well, it's something about. Sounds like Sobek.
No, it said the crocodilian.
Well, maybe that's another guy. But there's mummies, and different animals, and the treasure hunters, and
then the background maps. Background maps.
Yeah, the double-sided board is cool too.
Yeah, that is cool.
So you may get bored. No pun intended. Playing on one side, and so you can flip it over, play on the other side. The pyramid kind of makes it kind of cool because you turn it so it's like a diamond shape. It's a little bit different pathway.
So strategy. This is a strategic game. It's a deck builder, so you're getting your cards, and then you're moving around the board, gaining your treasures.
Yep.
Just like Clank.
Just like Clank.
Just like Clank. So easy for kids. I mean, we played this one with Lincoln.
Yeah, that's probably his favorite deck builder.
Yeah, he's wanted us play it again.
Yep, and he's in the second grade now, so he is 7. So it is one easy that you can play with kids, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we like you said, it's one of his favorite games. Keep playing it with him. Overall, I think this is a great expansion, and it's a great addition to Clank. In all the new items, and then the new die, and the mummy is super cool. I forgot to talk about that.
Yeah, the mummy.
4-sided die.
Oh, the die, and then also the mummy.
And then the mummy.
The mummy pawn has a cool shape.
Yes.
Yeah, they did a really good job with the components. But like you were saying, one thing about expansions is sometimes you don't want them to feel like they tried too hard to make an expansion, or a lot of times you're like, well, this should have been part of the base game, and they just kept it out so that they could make an expansion. These are neither of those. It really adds, a distinct mechanic to the game, which just makes it different. Yep. It doesn't add too much, so you're not overwhelmed.
You're still playing the same game.
Rules, yeah, same game, but there's just enough variability with the cards. And then kind of the new mechanic with the mummy.
Yeah, and the mummy's super cool.
Yeah, so they did a really, really good job with this expansion. I highly recommend it. If you're a fan of Clank, go check this one out.
Yes. So, Clank the Mummy's Curse by Renegade Game Studios. Thank you for watching Brian's Got Game. Like us on our Facebook page, send us a tweet at Brian's Got Game. Visit our webpage at briansgotgame.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Brian. This is my dad. I'll see you next time.